Hey there, welcome back to Chronically Overdressed. I'm Christine the Glambassador. Today I'm going to show you my updated everyday makeup ritual. It's been a couple of years since I did my first makeup tutorial, which admittedly is not the best tutorial. I had just started my channel. I didn't know what I was doing, so hopefully this one will be a little bit better for you. I have updated a few of the products that I'm using, which is another reason that I really wanted to do another makeup tutorial. So this vintage makeup look is really good for anything from like the late 1930s through the 40s and even into the 1950s. It's a pretty standard and universal look, and just by changing up maybe the eyebrow shape or a little bit of the lip shape, it can really take you through many different decades. So one of the things that I have done differently since my last video is I have actually been doing a lash lift, and I'll tint my lashes as well. And I've been doing that at home using a product called Diablo, and it's been amazing. My lashes grow straight out. They are super straight. They've always been pretty long, but they just go straight. So I've always had a really hard time with getting them to curl using a lash curler, and then always having to use waterproof mascara. So now that I'm doing this lash lift, it makes such a huge difference for me. It's a lot quicker. I'm not pulling out my eyelashes using the lash curler, which I know can be an issue for some people. And also I feel like not using the waterproof mascara, it's no longer drying my lashes out. So I actually feel like my lashes have grown quite a bit since I've been doing this, and it's just been fantastic. So that's one of the biggest changes that, within kind of my makeup routine. But most everything else is just different products, and I'll show you all the products that I'm using for my makeup routine now. As always, we're going to start with a fresh, clean face that has been well hydrated. I will start off with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. Next, I'll use the Thrive Cosmetics Buildable Blur Concealer in the color Fair. And this I'm just going to put around my eyebrows. I've recently tinted my brows, so I want to make sure that I'm not covering them up with any foundation. So I'm just doing a little bit of concealer around the brows, and then I'll blend that in. And here I am using just a dry sponge just to blend that in a bit. For my foundation, I use the Glow Skin Beauty Satin Cream Foundation in the color Natural Fair, and I will blend this in using a damp sponge. Make sure that I am blending all the way down my neck and usually onto my décolleté as well. This is a really great full coverage foundation, but it feels super light on my skin. Next, I'll use the Thrive Cosmetics Buildable Blur Concealer, this time in the color Very Fair. And this is just going under my eyes just to kind of brighten up my whole eye area. And once again, using a dry sponge, I'm just going to gently pat this in and blend it under my eyes and on top of my eyelids and all the way up to under my brow. To set under my eyes and to brighten it up a bit, I will use the Maybelline Fit Me loose powder in the color Fair. For the rest of my face, I'm going to use the Glow Skin Beauty Pressed Base in Natural Fair. This pressed base gives a really lovely matte finish. The look for most vintage styles in makeup was the pancake makeup, a very matte finish. There wasn't a lot of dewiness, and I really love this pressed base for that. It's a lightweight, a light feel, but it gives a great matte finish. And next up is blush. For the first blush, I'm using MAC Powder Blush in the color Desert Rose. I use this sort of like a contour. I don't really do much contouring, but since my face is so round, I do like to give a little bit more definition where my cheeks should be. So I will bring this just under my cheekbone and all the way up towards my ear, just to kind of give that a bit of a definition line. For my second blush, I'm using the Glow Skin Beauty, used to be called Glow Minerals, and this color is called Paradise. Now, I will just use this on the apples of my cheeks. It has a very, very slight shimmer to it, so it just kind of brightens just on the apples of my cheeks. To set it all, I'm using the Hydration Mist from Glow Skin Beauty. And of course, wait for that to dry and take a lovely sip of coffee. And now we move on to the eyes. I will start with this beige color that I will just put just under my brow bone, and then on kind of the top of my lid. I'll stop right about at the crease. And this is from MAC, and it's called Brulee. Next up is a color called Shroom, also from MAC. And this I'm just going to put on the bottom part of my lid. It's a slightly shimmery beige color, and it just helps to brighten everything up. Next, I use the Thrive Cosmetics Brilliant Eye Brightener in the color Muna. Now, this is a slightly shimmery, kind of taupe brown, and I'm not crazy about the shimmer, so I actually go over it with my eyeshadow from MAC called Kid, and that's more of a matte. But those two colors together actually form a beautiful, just a rich, taupey brown that I just love. For my eyeliner, I use a Wet n Wild pencil in the color Sema Brown. I try to keep a pretty thin line for my eyeliner. I don't want it super thick. I'm really just trying to fill in any of the gaps in between my lashes. I do a bit of a tight line to make sure that the water line is fully saturated with color, but I don't want a really thick line of eyeliner. Now for my brows. I typically use two products, both from Anastasia of Beverly Hills. The first one is the Brow Wiz. This helps to line my brows, and then I'll go in with the Brow Definer and just kind of fill in any gaps. Both of these are in the color dark brown. Onto mascara. This is the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara in Carbon Black, and I really love this mascara. It's a very thin brush, so it really helps to lengthen the lashes, and it just separates them wonderfully. It doesn't clump at all. It's not a volumizing mascara, it's definitely more lengthening, but I'm really liking that, especially now with my lash lift. It's just fantastic. This is the non-waterproof version, and it is Carbon Black. I do have it also in brown if I'm wanting a little bit more of a subtle mascara look, but I really love this mascara. To the lips. I'm using the Cherry Lip Liner from MAC. I love this. It's a very universal color. I use this for most of my really bright blue-based reds. It just works so well, and I love the formulation of this pencil. And my lip color choice of the day is my MAC Retro Matte Liquid Lip in the color Feels So Grand. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed watching my vintage makeup routine. And if you have any questions at all about the products that I use or any of the techniques that I use, please just leave those questions down in the description and I will be happy to answer them for you. Thanks again. I will see you soon. Bye.